champs is in. Yeah, yeah. Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you, right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block him off. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck goose linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Arizona Cardinals. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, here's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Robert Kimdichie able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one goes for 24 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. 3rd down here.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Play action. Now Jackson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And they'll run it here. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Operating from the gun. Murray, flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now it's Jackson. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down at 4 now.
Detroit!
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Gun! Detroit! Set!
To throw on 2nd down. Murray. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14.
Gun! Leopard!
On first down, Murray. Buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
All right, now, Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray, he's going to loft one. Deep lefts, and this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, having awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6, and that'll be incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from the desert after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Jackson will throw again. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
He had no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Murray. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Willie Henry. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Detroit!
Check, 53 flight. Check, 53 flight.
What's the crew?
Operating from the gun, Murray. And he finds his man, that's Butler. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Ready? All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 53, Mike.
The final shot before break. Murray. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
No. Check. Patriot. Check. 55, Mike. Here we go. Watch the ship.
Here's Murray. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on third down, Murray steps away to his left. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Tyus Bowser able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing is Jackson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So out now come the Cardinals. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on first down. It'll buy some time right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Off play action. Murray dancing to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. 53. Check 53. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
From the gun, Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Right, 55. Right there, it's middle, 55.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And that's caught inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He's going to get it running right. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes this a 9-point game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this one's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Jackson on 1st down, buying time to his left. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Murray now, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit. Over, 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 over.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Detroit! Detroit!
Chip.
From the gun, Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Check back.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Check. 53 Mike. Check. 53.
Off the play fake. Murray. Forced out to his left. And his pass incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Operating from the gun, Murray. That's caught by Butler over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray being chased out left. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on second down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Murray stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray steps away to his left. Powers through. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much the quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. 58, boys. 58. 58. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Operating from the gun, Murray flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun, Murray. Dancing to his left. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Back to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And they can't bring him down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Pretty move. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson to throw. Out to his left. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. First down carry, it's Hill. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On second down now, Hill, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on